If you're dealing with long COVID, what you eat can either help you heal or make you worse. But there's one hidden danger in the food supply that could be keeping you sick: GMOs. I have a very surprising story about a client who was doing everything right. He was eating 100% organic, zero GMO foods, but still struggling with severe fatigue. We found out something shocking. He was getting GMOs in his body and they were sabotaging his recovery. But how? Stick with me because I'm going to tell you exactly what happened and how to make sure this doesn't happen to you. Today, I'm going to break down why avoiding GMO foods is key to your recovery from long COVID, how they affect your body, and what to eat instead. If you're dealing with long COVID, avoiding GMOs is just one piece of the puzzle. I put together a complete long COVID recovery guide to help you heal faster, reduce inflammation, and get your energy back. I'll tell you how you can get that at the end of the video, so stay tuned. Hello and welcome. I'm Carrie Bailey, your functional nutritionist. Welcome to my channel where we talk about all things long COVID and natural solutions for healing. So let's break down first what GMOs are. GMOs are genetically modified foods, and these are foods that scientists change in a lab. They do this to make them grow faster, bigger, and to last longer on the store shelves. But when they change the food, it can also change how our body reacts to the foods. Sometimes our stomachs don't know how to digest it properly, and it can even make us tired, bloated, and even sick over time. A lot of these foods are sprayed with chemicals to help the farmers grow more crops. But those chemicals get inside the food and inside our bodies, and that can make it harder for our liver and our stomach to keep us healthy. Let's talk now about how GMO foods worsen long COVID symptoms. So first, GMOs impact your immune system. They can disrupt your microbiome and weaken your immune system. Now, 70% of your immune system is in your microbiome. These are the healthy bacteria that live in your digestive system. GMOs can increase inflammation, making long COVID symptoms like brain fog, joint pain, and fatigue worse. GMOs also add to the toxic load or toxic burden in your body and impair the liver. Many GMO foods are sprayed with something called glyphosate. You might know it if you have it in your own garden, called Roundup. This burdens the liver, which is already struggling to clear out viral toxins from long COVID. And lastly, GMOs can impact our neurological symptoms and our brain. The GMOs and the pesticides can contribute to neurotoxicity, making brain fog, anxiety, and depression worse. And they can block the absorption of very key nutrients like zinc and magnesium, which are critical for nerve function and recovery. The most common GMO foods that you want to avoid. These are the top genetically foods that can keep you sick. Number one is corn. Now, corn comes in all kinds of sources. It's corn syrup, corn oil, corn chips, and cereal. And especially if you've been trying to go gluten-free, if you're substituting your gluten foods for other processed foods, you're more likely to grab corn foods. Another food is soy. This can be soy protein, tofu, veggie burgers, processed snacks, chocolate. It's in everything. Canola oil. This is used in almost every processed foods out there and prepared foods in the whole foods section. Cottonseed oil. This is used again in processed snacks like chips and fried foods. Sugar, unless it's labeled specifically cane sugar, is more likely to be GMO sugar from beets. And dairy. So imagine that your cows are what they eat. So if your dairy is not organic, then the dairy that you're consuming likely ate GMO corn or GMO soy in its feed. Not only that, and then that you also have the addition of hormones in the dairy. And the last three are whole foods. So you want to make sure that you only get organic versions of these. And one is zucchini and yellow squash. The next one is papaya. Believe it or not, papaya from Hawaii and papaya from China can be genetically modified. So you want to make sure you look for the organic version of those. And the thing that I also recommend all the time here are potatoes. There's some varieties of potatoes are genetically modified to prevent bruising. Make sure your potatoes are organic. And also potatoes are often sprayed, so definitely get organic potatoes. So if it's processed and it doesn't say organic or non-GMO certified or verified, there's a really good chance that it is GMO. So make sure you avoid those. I know it can be overwhelming to track down all the foods and supplements and healing steps you need, and that's exactly why I created the Long COVID Recovery Guide. It lays out everything step by step so that you can heal faster without all the guesswork, and you can grab a link below. So remember my client that I was telling you about? He had been taking testosterone injections for more than 20 years. And when I looked at the ingredients of the testosterone he was injecting, it had cottonseed oil as one of the ingredients. And you can bet that it was not organic and it was a genetically modified food. So as soon as he stopped taking those testosterone injections, his brain fog lifted, which was great, but his fatigue was still there and actually slid backwards a bit for several months as his body worked to get rid of all that accumulated cottonseed oil from years of injections. This just goes to show you how even hidden sources of GMOs, like ingredients in medication, can build up in the body and affect recovery. For my client, stopping the testosterone injections was a huge step, but his body still had to detox all the stored cottonseed oil before he could truly start feeling better. And that's why avoiding GMOs isn't just about skipping the obvious foods like corn and soy. It's about being mindful of everything you not only put in your body, but you put on your body. And the best way to do that is to start each day by choosing the right foods and reading ingredients. Reading ingredient labels is key. And here's what to eat instead to support your body, to clear out toxins, and to finally start feeling better. You want to make sure that you go organic. Organic foods cannot be genetically modified. That's a good thing. Eating as much as possible whole foods, fresh fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds that are naturally non-GMO. So switching oils. So if you're using canola oil or cottonseed oil, be sure to switch to a coconut oil, an olive oil, or an avocado seed oil instead of canola oil. You want to ditch any processed foods. Stick with homemade as much as possible. Look for non-GMO labels. These are the safest ways when buying packaged foods. So healing from long COVID is all about reducing inflammation and supporting your immune system. Avoiding GMO foods is one of the easiest ways to do that. So now you know how avoiding GMOs can speed up your long COVID recovery. But there's even more you can do if you want my full step-by-step guide with exact foods, supplements, and detox strategies to heal. Just click on the link in the description, and it's there to make this journey easier for you. To recap, avoiding GMO foods reduces inflammation, supports your immune system, and helps detoxify the body. Exactly what you need for long COVID recovery. If this video helped you, give me a thumbs up and share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you want more healthy tips, subscribe to my channel for more ways to support your body naturally. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.